Welcome to Convos and Cocktails with TJ. Thank y'all for coming through to vibe with me tonight. Trying this again. Had some technical difficulties earlier. If you are here with me, please drop down in the comments if you are now able to hear me. I'm back with an interesting topic. Last week, I was here Thursday instead of Wednesday, but we had a talk on what do men really want. All right, Nene, thank you so much for that, Queen. We had a talk last week on what do men really want. So people came through giving their insight, and after I got some DMs, some guys saying, hold up, you guys did not mention some things that ladies need to know that we really want. So that's how we came up today with a part two. Now let me get my music and everything back going here. Give me one moment. All right, and thank you guys for coming back to vibe with me. Bear with me just a moment. There we go. Let's play some Dirty by Tank. All right, you guys. So before we get into this topic, this is Convos and Cocktails with TJ. So you are supposed to be drinking with me. Make sure you drop down in the comments what is in your glass, your red cup, your bottle. What are you sipping on tonight? I don't like to be the only one on here tipsy. So make sure that you are drinking with me. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to this topic. Of course, I am drinking from our sponsors, Balt Vodka. You guys can see my cooler in the back. Balt, you guys, no GMO, all natural. You never have to worry about waking up with a headache, hangover, and it is black owned. BaltVodka.com. You can get your very own bottle or visit any Total Wines here in Florida. BaltVodka.com. Patricia, thank you for coming through, saying hello, my favorite author. So Pat and Nene, tonight we are talking about what men really want. And hopefully we'll have some guys come through tonight and add to our list. But I do have some guys that inbox me with some things that we need to know. They said, we want you to send out a PSA because some of these things, some of the guys feel that they can't just say because we'll look at them crazy. But with me saying it and you guys not knowing who they are, they can still get their point across. So the first guy said, STFU and listen. Shut up and listen. You know, he said that because women are a lot more emotional than men, that sometimes when we're going through our little things, we cannot stop. You know, we need to get our point across. We need to tell you, you know, how emotional we feel. And sometimes they just want for us to shut up and listen. I was like, damn. So he said, yeah, tell them, you know, that is so frustrating to us because even though we aren't as emotional, we want to communicate. There are things that we want to get across too. And sometimes just shut the hell up, you know. So ladies, you know, I don't know. I know that some of us are alpha, you know, type females, and we do like to talk and we do like to get our point across. But what he said that did make sense to me was if you are communicating, like you actually have a man that wants to communicate, it's not communicating when you are doing all the talking, and it's not communicating when you're in a little argument or disagreement and you're not listening. You're already in your mind thinking of your next point. You know, what you gonna say that's gonna make you win this argument. And he's saying that sometimes it's not all about you winning, it's about the both of you winning. And that sometimes we need to just shut up and listen. Y'all, these are points from guys because y'all know I'm not going to tell us to shut up and listen. So just to let you know, now we have a guy coming through. Christopher Priester says peace and pussy. He is saying for him it's simple. You know, so Chris, it sounds like you agree with shut the F up though. You know, that sometimes, you know, just chill. Be quiet. Last week, the guy said that sometimes that they need time for themselves, you know? So I think that is a part of peace. Peace and pussy. Now, again, you guys, I've lost IG. Let me see if I can pull that back up. I'm not sure what's going on with IG for the last few weeks. For some reason, it always drops. So we're going to try to get that going again. Now, Pat, you saying I need help with this topic because I cannot shut the F up. Hey, one of the guys is saying that's what you need to do. So, ladies, that was the first one on our new one that we need to, listen more. Assertive and submissive. One guy said that, he sees a lot of posts about, women saying they won't be submissive to a man. Because a man, got to be strong enough and this and that for, us to be submissive. And he said, you need to tell the ladies that submissive does not mean weak. That doesn't mean that we want a weak woman or a doormat that's going to do everything we said. A submissive is just being vulnerable, letting the feminine side of you show, without being afraid, without having that guard up, that you are letting this man know that, I trust you. I agree with your decisions over our life, things like that. So I don't know, you guys that are here, is that true? Because I did have a guy come through and say that, men want women to be women. A lot of times, especially in this new age, you have a lot of lines that cross. Women that have overly male or masculine traits, and women also. So what do men really want? A feminine woman, a woman that can be vulnerable, a woman that can be a woman. I'm learning, you know what I mean? The guy said that sometimes women don't realize it, but it's a turnoff. When you're out here screaming, I am Miss Independent, I don't need a man for nothing. They said that is not a wife personality. You know what I mean? That is something that they do not like. They want a woman to be a woman. Not to say that they don't want you to have a good career, make money and all of that, but they want for you to be a woman. Show your soft side. Show your vulnerable side. Tavares Hill, thank you for coming through. Tavares, you're coming through saying, what did I miss? So, Tavares, we are coming through. Last week, we had a discussion. A sister sitting on the top and saying, TJ, what the hell do men really want? And I said, shit, I don't damn know. But we will bring the topic. So, we had a little discussion last week. And some men came through, gave some things that women want. And then after the live, I started getting inundated with inboxes, DMs, guys saying, hold on, y'all did not go through the complete list. There are other things that we as guys want. So tonight we're back with part 2, going over some things that guys want. I'm glad that you're here, Tavares, because I would love to hear from you also, King, on just some things that you feel like women, may not be aware of. So, make sure you let us know that. And Pat, you are saying when I be quiet, then it will be a problem, but I'll try. I hear you. And these are, I'm sure that all men are not the same, but these are just basic things that these men sent in. So I do want other people that are here to chime in, make sure that these guys that sent in these topics are telling us the truth. Over on IG, thank y'all for coming through. Vadu 319 and also Prosperity Life Coach, thank y'all for coming through. Feel free to chime in on the topic and let me know what you guys think. The first thing that we went over, Tavares, was that the guys want us to shut the hell up sometimes. That guys feel like because we are overly emotional, that sometimes when we get in disagreements, we just go on and on and on because we're so emotional, we just can't stop. And one of the guys said, tell women to learn to shut the hell up sometimes. Like, just because we're in a disagreement, stop thinking about what you're going to say next and listen. He said that half the time, if we as women listened to exactly what was being said, it wouldn't even be a whole argument. But we are being so defensive and so emotional that sometimes we can't communicate properly. So that was a guy. He said that. Then Chris came through and said it's pretty easy for him. Peace and pussy. Peace. Peace. A peaceful relationship. Not all the drama. Not all the what you doing, where you at, why you doing this. The peace and good coochie is enough for him. You know. He said that'll do it for him. So y'all let me know. Now, because you mentioned sex, Chris, I did have a guy said, let me see. He said that y'all love sex, but it won't make a man fall in love with you. He said women need to stop thinking, yeah, it's good, we like it, but women need to stop thinking that is a gate to our heart. Y'all let me know now. He said that, hey, it could be good as hell, and that might make him want to do you all the time. But that does not necessarily mean that it will make him fall in love or even make him want to be in a relationship. I think that sometimes men get this rap for being these overly sexualized creatures, and maybe they are. But, sometimes as women, I think we do. We give, coochie coupons for birthdays and stuff like that, just feeling like, we got that cookie. That's all he wants, is this cookie. And the guy is saying, yeah, it's good, but don't get it messed up. It is other things when you are really wanting our heart other than just sex. And last week, some of those things were mentioned. One of the guys says attractiveness is a big one. That not to say that they are all superficial, but they are visual creatures. And that a man likes something nice looking. You know what I mean? To be with him. So, hey, you don't have to be Beyonce. You know what I mean? But be the best you. Make sure that you are putting yourself together. So that is what one of the guys was saying. Another one was saying communication, which is kind of like what this guy was saying. Ladies, shut up sometimes and listen. Because if we are listening instead of just talking, we may learn something. We may be able to resolve conflict easier. And then the other one that surprised me from last week was unconditional love. Two guys said that. One guy came through and said, what I really want from a woman is for them to love me unconditionally. With all my flaws and everything, just love me for me. Not for how much money I got. Not for what kind of car I drive. Just like y'all don't want people to love y'all based on, just sex. We don't want people to base on what our career is and what we drive, and just love me for me. And then the other brother came through and said pretty much the same thing, but just in a different way. Saying, I want somebody that gets me. So they are both saying the same thing. And I think that was a shock for a lot of us ladies, because that's what we want too. And a lot of times we don't think that men are thinking that way. You know what I mean? That they also want someone to love them completely, unconditionally. You know what I mean? You know how it is. It's all fine and dandy in the beginning. You know what I mean? When you have the proverbial, even if you're not married, we still call it like that honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? When you newly connected with somebody and everything is just good and flowing, it's easy to love that person then, right? Because everything is new and fresh. But don't think that there is a relationship out there that has been going on that they haven't had any troubles. This is real life. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of these men are saying, we as women expect so much from them, but then some of us give up so easy on them when they fall short. So they're saying, well, damn, just love me completely. I'm going to fall short sometimes, but still continue to love me. All right. So let me get back over to these comments. Oh, you say something is wrong with the audio. All right, so can you still not hear me, Pat? Over on Facebook, I was having a problem with the audio earlier. I actually had to restart it twice. So I thought that I had it all fixed. But let me know, you guys, if you can hear me over on Facebook. Over on IG, let me say hi to some of you guys. Is that Shane Reeds? Thank you so much for coming through. Creativity, the poet. Thank you so much for coming through, King. And TB1, thank you so much for coming through. Okay, you say it's pausing as well. Oh, man. Okay, y'all. Let me see if we can figure out what's going on with Facebook. Just a moment. All right, Pat, let me know if that is any better. Can you hear me now? All right, while I am trying to fix the audio, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsors, Vault Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
And at the end of the live, I will drop down in the comments where you can get your very own bottle. You guys over on Facebook, can you hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me now.
Jesse's 30-minute bike boot camp. I got this.
Get at home motivation anytime you want it.
Clip off that bike.
Can you guys hear me now?
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Because I'm about to take this whole restream off and just go directly to Facebook. I like doing the restream because it includes a bunch of platforms. When I do it through here, I'm able to go out to 2 Facebook pages, YouTube and Periscope, which is dope. But if you guys can't hear me, it's going to be redundant. So let me get a moment to see if they can hear me. Uh-oh. Baby, no more stalling. Can you guys hear me now? Somebody give me a yes, no, maybe so. Come around, see it in my way. You guys confirm if you can hear me or not over on Facebook, Periscope. Can you guys hear me? Calling me. Good evening, Nima. All right, y'all can hear me. Thank you for that. All right. So getting back to the topic, thank you everybody for being patient. Tonight we are talking about what men really want. You know, we did a live last week and had some people come through DMing me afterwards saying, y'all didn't get them all. There are more things that women need to know that we men want. So tonight we are back, you know, talking on some of those points. So far, we talked about guys saying that they want us to be quiet, some of y'all ladies. That sometimes we are so emotional and we want to get our point across that they can't get a word in. They can't express themselves. And it's frustrating. So one of the guys said, tell them, shut the hell up. So, yeah, ladies, I'm not going to tell us to shut the hell up, but I'm going to say, let's listen more. You know, maybe there is something, you know, good that the guy is trying to tell us, and we're so busy, you know, talking and thinking of what we're going to say next that we can't hear him. Another thing we talked about is submission. A guy was saying that he see all the time women saying, oh, I'm not submitting to a man. Oh, da, da, da. He said submission doesn't mean being weak, you guys. It just means being feminine, you know, being vulnerable, just letting the woman in you be to the forefront, you know. So he was saying that that is definitely something that most men want. They want a womanly woman. You know what I mean? That one guy said it's a turn off. The independent woman that don't need a man is a turn off because he feels like she's more masculine than him. She don't need a man. That is not something that is, you know, attractive to him. So, oh, y'all, I had one guy said, "Stop giving them damn ties for gifts." He said that men also want to feel appreciated and that they get tired of that. Every Father's Day that they're getting the bad gifts. He said for Valentine's Day, Christmas, Mother's Day, everything, they go out for us. They make sure that we have nice gifts. And even though they are men, they want to feel appreciated and they want you to stop giving them damn ties for the holidays. So that is another one that the men are telling us. Now the people that I have with me, the ones that I've gone over, do you guys have, any insight? Any questions? Chris came through early and said it's simple. Peace and pussy. That's all he needs. So is that true for the guys that are with me, for you guys that are joining me on Instagram or Facebook? Is it as simple as that? Because I'm going to show you. As y'all can see my little list, I got quite a little list that people sent in of stuff that men want. Is this all redundant? Is it as simple as peace and pussy? I told you that one guy said, ladies, stop thinking that, men gonna fall in love with you because you got some good stuff. He said, we might want it all the time. Yeah, we'll keep calling you, but it takes more than that. We want more than that. A lot of the things that we want, you guys, communication, unconditional love, they also want. They may express it differently, but a lot of the things that we want in a relationship, the men also want. All right, so y'all let me know now while I am waiting for some more of you to come through. Patricia, talking about Aunt Head. Okay. So not only the good pee, the good head also. Nima, thank you so much for coming through. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming. Please do. If you have any insight or anything you would like to say on this topic, make sure that you are dropping that down. And there she go. Now, Nima, you say, I love my brothers, but it's not only about peace and right. And now, Nima, that was one person that came through and said that. And he is a married man. But you saw my list. I have a long list of things that these guys sent in saying, tell them, put a PSA out to these ladies and let them know. All right, so I went over most. Oh, this one I did not go over, ladies. This one kind of surprised me. The guy said, let me say it exactly how he said it. Stop thinking your career or what you do is an asset. It's not always. The guy said that women, we are more of the ones that seek relationships based on what that person do. That we more look for the success in a person. So he said not that he want a bum or nothing like that, but for him it's more about the connection. The actual woman, not about what she does for a living. He says, I'm a real man. I'm a provider. I could give a damn what she do for a living. So, y'all, I think that sometimes we just don't give these men credit. That we think that they're so sexual and physical, and that's all that they think about. But they do have many layers, just like we do. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, I don't think we realize that. And I think that's why I got all these DMs. Because guys like, hold up. Yeah. You are talking about something that these ladies need to hear. Let me give you some more insight so that you can go back and tell them more. And Nima, you say, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, boo. So, yeah. So, I think that, we have covered some great points tonight. Let's see, who is that coming through? Speaker. Hey, thank you so much for coming through. All right, you guys. So as always, I always like to tell you a little bit about what TJ has going on. This month, you guys, is my book and birthday tour month. So I have a lot going on. I'm not going to go over everything, but I am going to go over a few of the things that I have going on. As you guys know, my new book, Dangerously in Love, just recently dropped. So the book tour, this is the book that I'm talking about. At all of the events, I will have books on hand. The first event coming up, y'all see Stacey Robinson that just dropped in the comments. Her stage, she is speaker. And Stacey, speaker, drop down the meaning of your stage name, your artist name. I love that, and I love when it comes from you. But she is having an event this Friday, May 7th, called Floetry in Motion. I will be performing, and I'll have a book table set up. So if you are available Friday, come through. Zoba Lounge, 900 East Atlantic Boulevard. The first one was last month, and let me tell you guys, it was a whole vibe. So if you are looking for something to get into this Friday, come out and vibe with us. It's going to be going down. Also, Love Jones Open Mic Experience. This is our 5 years anniversary. So it's going down next Thursday, the 13th. I will be your feature to celebrate our 5 years. And I got some hot shit. So make sure y'all come through Thursday. Crave Lounge. We will be vibrating love through talent and creativity. Also, on the 19th, we're going to be doing this live. Convos and Cocktails with TJ. I'm going to have a guest host, Hound Dog Buck 50. That's the 19th at Greenhouse Cafe. So you guys make sure to come out and vibe with us for that. All right. Now, I do want to show you guys my book trailer for Dangerously in Love. And then we'll go ahead and wrap up the convo.
Before you go, whoa, let's pop another ecstasy and roll one more before you go. Let's pour a cup of Hennessy and roll one more before you go. I jump up and I splash, she keep shaking that ass, she popping that. I'm popping the Zan. Let's pop another ecstasy and roll one more before you go. You don't have to leave if you don't wanna go. Sipping on that lean got me moving slow. Smoking Hercules in the studio. Come up out them jinx, get down on your knees.
And that was the book trailer for my new book, Dangerously in Love. If you come out to any of the events this month, I will have paperbacks available to sign for you. So, hey, make sure to come out for that. All right, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the convo. Tonight, we're having a part 2 on what men really want. Last week, we had a conversation on this, and I started getting some DMs. The fella saying, okay, I like that you did that, because women do need to know, but you did not get them all. We got some more things that ladies need to know that we want. So tonight, we were talking about some of those things. One guy plain out said, ladies, he gonna need us to shut the fuck up sometimes. Shut up. I'm like, damn, it's like that? He said yes. He said that we are very emotional creatures, and also most of us argumentative creatures. So when it comes to disagreements that you may go through with your mate, that sometimes we don't know how to stop to just listen. That sometimes if we listen, the whole dispute will be over with. But because we're not listening, or we're already in our head thinking, I'm going to win this argument, let me think of what I'm going to say when he finished talking. We didn't hear anything that he said. So he said sometimes his biggest problem with his lady is he just want her to shut up some damn time. Shut up and listen. And I don't think anything is wrong with him saying that, y'all. We always talk about communication and how important it is to a relationship. So listening and being quiet long enough to listen, ladies, is a part of communication. So I don't think that he was wrong, for saying that. Then we had Chris come through and said for him it's simple. He need peace and pussy. If he got them the two P's, peace and pussy, that he's fine. And this goes to show that men are different. Because even though Chris came through and Chris is married and said that's all he need is peace and pussy, another guy came through and said, I want to let ladies know that, hey, we do love having sex with y'all. The cookie is good, but that is not necessarily a way to my heart. Just because you got that good don't mean I'm going to fall in love with you. And we know that may be different when it comes to us ladies, right? Because a lot of us, our heartstrings are attached to our vagina. So if we are consistently, having sex with you, nigga, we go together. We together. And a lot of times we do get feelings from sex. But guys, he's saying, hey, we are built different. So let them know that just because she got some good cookie does not necessarily mean that I'm going to fall in love with her. I might want it all the time. I might want it over and over again. But there are other attributes of a woman that's going to make me fall for her. And sex isn't one. So I don't know about you guys, but I was like, oh, shoot. Because y'all know we feel like this gold, it is gold, that we got between these thighs, So yes, one of the guys was saying, hey, they want real gifts. Stop giving ties and coochie coupons. Just like Valentine's Day, birthdays, Mother's Day, they take care of us and buy us real gifts. He said that he would never say this out loud to his girlfriend, to anybody, because people would look at him like different. But because I'm saying it, please tell them, TJ, we want some real gifts too. Stop buying us ties, bullshit, and typing up some damn coochie coupons. Hey, this is coming from the fellas. Now, Nima, you say you can be and do anything and everything for someone and they still want more. It is also the same for women. Sometimes men want quantity and not quality, but salute to those brothers on a deeper level. So Nima is basically saying, I hear you, TJ. It's cool that some of these guys came in to say that, they do value some of the things that we do, like conversation, unconditional love. But let's keep it real. There are those men out there that would rather have more than one. That their value in women is having more than one. Sowing their oats, hey, getting as much as they can get from as many as they can get, So what do you guys think about that? Now, I do want to say, Nima, last week, we kind of touched on sometimes some of these answers may depend on the stage that man is in his life. Because we had a man come through that said right now he's in his late 30s. What he's looking for in a woman is way different than when he was looking for when he was in his 20s. He said when he was in his 20s, he was looking for straight booty. That was it. He wanted badass women to have sex with. And he was out to make conquest. That's all he wanted. So talking about what men really want at that time, that's what he wanted. Sex, plenty of it. Like Nima said, quantity, give it. But he said now, that he's in his 30s, late 30s, that things have changed. Now the things that he's looking for, he didn't had all the sex. He just soared his oats. So now he's looking for deeper. Some of those things that we're talking about, a woman that can be a woman. Saying that when men say, what's the word? Submissive, that they don't mean weak. They just want the woman in you to come out. They want for you to trust them. Want for you to be vulnerable. That's what they mean by submit. They don't mean they want a weak woman or a doormat woman, but a woman that trusts them enough to let them lead the relationship as a man should. I didn't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And I like the way that he broke that down. Nima, you were saying, damn, the trailer was crazy. Hey, I'm glad that you like it. Yes, and that artist will be at Love Jones, Tony, the guy that is singing in that book trailer. So you guys are local, y'all make sure y'all come through and celebrate with me for my 5 years, man. I can't believe it's been 5 years that we've been doing Love Jones. The whole 5 years, you guys, we missed 2 months. 1 month because of venue closed, and then when the pandemic first happened, we missed a month. Other than that, all during the pandemic, we've been online, doing Love Jones. So yeah, 5 years, you guys, that we are coming up. This is such an accomplishment because I remember starting and people saying, girl, don't waste your time. That's not going to work. That's not a South Florida thing. The first one was full, and we are still doing awesome every show. You know what I mean? So, man, I feel blessed. I'm grateful, and I am going to do y'all right as y'all feature. So y'all make sure y'all come and vibe on the 13th for Love Jones. Now, Nima, you are saying that's like a financially wealthy person talking about money ain't important after they get it all. I wish I knew what comment I said before you said that. I don't know if you were talking about the guy that said in his 20s, was different than how he feel now. I thought that was an excellent point because we can never generalize a topic like this, right? When you say what men really want, you might have some similarities that all men want, but you're going to have some differences just depending on the type of man that he is, the stage that he's at in his life. You know what I'm saying? If he's in his 20s just trying to capture all the booty he can, or if he's maturing and getting to the point where he really is looking for a possible life partner. You know what I mean? So, hey, I think that you guys have made some interesting points. Another point that was made was a guy saying it's a turnoff when women scream, I am independent, I don't need a man. And I think sometimes when women scream that, they think that it's attractive because a man may be thinking, oh, she's independent, she paying all her bills, she doing everything. That means if me and her get together, I don't have to really, worry financially because she got all of her shit together. But the guy is saying it actually has an adverse effect, that it makes him feel like, you're not a type of woman that is capable of being submissive or letting the woman's side of you shine, and that you're openly saying you don't need a man. And he's like, what woman doesn't need a man? And I concur. Because even though I'm single, you don't hear me saying I don't need a man. Trust me, it's some shit around here I can use a man for. You know what I mean? Or sometimes things that I have to call men for. I don't have my man, but I got cousins, brothers-in-laws, people that come do things for me. So I never understood being a woman and the proverbial not needing a man. But for the women that do say that, just know that some men find that a big ass turn off. One of them was also saying that stop thinking that your career or what you do is the biggest asset. That it's more about your nurturing, your caring, all the things that make you a woman. That a lot of times if they are alpha male, a male that prides himself in providing and things like that, he could give a damn what you do. That does not make or break him. And again, these are generalizations. You may have men that feel like, you know what, I make a certain type of man money, I'm not gonna mess with a lady that don't. But usually that's us ladies, you know what I mean, that make a certain type of money and feel like, oh, I don't want a dude that don't make as much as me. But guys, he's like, I'm the provider, why would I give a damn about what you do? He said, I don't want a bum, of course, but it's not like ladies think. He said, if anything, a lot of time when a woman is overly successful, we might wonder where we fit in. Like what can we possibly offer her? She has everything. Interesting. Josh 3_19 over on IG. Thank you for coming through. Nisha, thank you for coming through. Queen and Duck 954. Thank you so much for coming through. And Nemo, you talking about okay, bruh. You say the brother in his 30s got you. Yeah. So, but you know what? I do think that we need to understand as women is that men are built different, y'all. You know what I mean? They are built different. And I do think that men need that time. Just need that time. I'm about to make me another drink, and I'm going to use, you guys bought does have minis. So you guys that's been wanting to try Bolt, but y'all like, I don't know if I want to really buy a whole bottle. What if I don't like it? I think these are like under $2, $1.80 or something, $1.50. So yes, you can try it. Black owned, all natural, no GMO, but 80 proof. Y'all hear me slurring? Let me get my disclaimer. We are entering the tipsy part of the damn show. So if I go to giggling for no reason, making up damn words that don't exist, catch up, damn it. Catch up. Back on my health kick. So this is lemonade, but it is one of those 5-calorie mixers. All right. All right, so back to some of your comments. Pretty Roni, thank you so much for coming through. So you guys that have just joined us, we're having a discussion tonight on what men really want. We had a discussion last week, and after the discussion, I got some DMs. People coming in saying, okay, I appreciate you doing it, but it's a whole lot more that you need to tell these ladies. So that's what we've been doing tonight. We've been going over some of the points that the people in my DM was telling us that ladies, need to be aware of. So we are just going through the last few points here. If there is anybody here that has any questions for the guys that are here, any guys that want to add on to anything we've said, take away, delete, no, disagree, please do. This is the time to do that. Make sure that you guys are sending in your topics. If you have something you are going through, something you would like to bring to the people, you will remain anonymous. Send me a DM, and I'm happy to bring your topic to the people. Ooh, y'all, I am feeling my doggone ball. All right. So you guys take note. 8:00 is going to be the new time. I've been doing 9 forever, but we're going to go ahead and switch to 8:00. So I'll be here every Wednesday at 8:00 p.m. You guys make sure to come through and vibe with me. So to wrap up, I think that this was a very interesting topic. I think that sometimes us as ladies, we really do not know what men want. We watch a lot of TV. We read a lot of books. I say all the time, if you've read my new book, Dangerously in Love, Maurice, it's a few characters in here that would be the ideal man. But Maurice, all of us want us a Maurice. But guess what, you guys? He is a fictional character. I know when you read the book, they seem real, but he was completely made from my imagination. And that is how most book and movie characters are. They are not real men. So I think sometimes we as ladies need to realize that just like we are imperfect and we have flaws, so do these guys. You know what I mean? And a lot of them basically just want somebody to love them for who they are, not for what they do, what they drive, where they live, and all these superficial reasons, but to just genuinely trust them and love them for them. I was kind of surprised at some of the answers, because even though I do know that some brothers are deep, I think I just counted on more of the, sex answers, because we know that men have a rap for being over sexualized and visual creatures. I thought that we would get a lot of answers like that when we ask, what do men really want? But on the contrary, we've been getting a lot of, other answers. So I think to wrap up, ladies, we just need to be more attentive to our men. We need to understand that even though they're not as emotional as us, they do got emotions. You know what I mean? That they are real people, and that just like anybody, they want love unconditionally. Just like we as women say we don't want men to want us just for what is in between our legs, then we need to stop being so superficial on some things as well. We need to understand that there are brothers out there that are deep, what I'm saying, that are looking for more than sex. And like one of the guys said, hey, your sex could be good as hell. That does not mean that I want to be in a relationship or I'm going to fall in love with you. I might want it all the time. I might be calling you up. Let's go out. Let's do it. And you thinking, oh, he's falling for me. No, he just like the sex. It takes other things, a connection to make him fall in love, So I think that was very, very interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to give 1 minute more for anybody else that has anything else to say on our topic. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to play one more commercial from our sponsors, Balt Vodka.
You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. You wanna shop? It's on me. Sex on the phone. Call me. You wanna talk? Darling, I'm on the hotline. You know you can get it. Hello, I can do you right. Girl, you tired of looking?
Or at the end of the live, I will put where you can buy your very own Balt. All right, you guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the night. Thank you all for coming through to vibe with me. I am here every Wednesday, new time, 8 o'clock. So make sure that you guys are here. Remember, you guys, on the 19th, you guys that are local, we will be having our live audience edition. So we'll be at Greenhouse Cafe. I'm having free shots I'm giving out, free entry, free raffle just for coming. Come out and vibe with me. It's a hump night. You ain't got shit else to do. Come out, have some drinks, some free vibes, get in the convo. And that, again, is going to be May 19th with co-host Hound Dog Book 50. So y'all make sure that y'all come through for that. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for vibing with TJ. Live, laugh, love. Live. I'm tipsy, but live, laugh, love, and be naughty. Y'all have a good night.
Before you go, whoa, let's pop another ecstasy, ecstasy, and roll one more before you go. Let's pour a cup of Hennessy, Hennessy, and roll one more before you go. I jump up and I splash, she keep shaking that ass, she popping that. I'm popping the Xan. Let's pop another ecstasy, ecstasy, and roll one more before you go. You don't have to leave if you don't wanna go. Sipping on that lean, got me moving slow. Smoking Hercules in the studio. Come about them jinx, get down on your knees.